Pickaxe.
Join us at patreon.com/castparty for a whole plethora of exclusive goodies. 5-day early access to every Cast Party episode, including Nocturne, ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes info, exclusive bonus monthly one-shots, access to our community Discord, where our community plays D&D games together, has game nights, and hosts so much more, all for less than the price of a single cup of coffee per month. Aren't convinced? Try out a free trial. 7 days free to check out the content that we offer only exclusively on our Patreon. Patreon.com/castparty. Support your favorite D&D podcast, all while getting some awesome perks. Patreon.com/castparty. See you there, casting crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I will be your director for today. I'm joined by Ryan McManus.
Ryan McManus, playing Bjorg Jorgensen, the Jewel of the Butchery.
Anna Brisbane.
Lenora Vere, Chaos Fairy, excited to push all the buttons.
Nigel Deacon.
Nigel Deacon, playing Jackal Campman, the Leopard Loner, striving for control and something else.
Vince Perino.
I'm playing Tevin, the Mechanism of Discovery, reconstructing memories one piece at a time.
Raquel Skellington.
Hi everybody, I'm Raquel Skellington. I'm playing Poppy, the tender-hearted giant.
And Luis Carrazzo.
Hello, I'm Luis Carrazzo, and I play Santos, the Glavinator.
Last time, our group discovered a stuck door in the abandoned house from Shithol. One big pull from Poppy opened it up, and you discovered notes from someone as they experimented on the slugs in the pond that mysteriously appeared. After multiple sets of eyes got to look at the notes, you determined that the slugs appeared and started to expand. Then the researcher captured and caught them in different ways. He poisoned them, but then the new slugs would no longer die to poisons. His ramblings were crazed and ended with every monster I struck down, they returned new, harder to defeat. You discovered one of these slugs in a jar that looked different from the ones outside. You brought that slug with you in the jar as you headed towards Carmarth. A few more days of travel later, you had a relatively easy time traversing the landscape, but eventually you reached Carmarth, the massive spider-like city. You saw airships and a massive column of magic as you approached. Getting to the base, you saw no easy entrance into the city and saw a building surrounded by tents and people. As you entered, you saw the Carmarth Guard organizing people into groups, as well as shouting to see the adjudicator if you didn't know where you belong. Inside, you got into the sorting line and watched as people tried to impress the adjudicator. Those who did were given tokens to enter the city, while those who didn't were put into groups to enter into the Hollows. You all were about to move up to the adjudicator as a group, but before you could, the guard stopped you and she said, "One at a time, please." Now, Jack and Lenore, you two were up front while the rest of the group just behind you. The adjudicator looks with a smile and is moving her eyes back and forth to see which one of you is coming up first. And so the scene is set. The question is, what will you do next?
I guess I'll start.
Great. What is your name?
Jackal.
Jackal. Where do you come from, Jackal?
Twin Rivers.
Ooh, that's a long journey. Hope you made it safely. Looks like you're doing great. You can see she's writing down notes as she's asking you these questions. What is your plan in Carmarth? Are you staying here or just visiting?
I have no idea. Plan for visiting?
Wonderful. If you're allowed into the city through normal means, you'll be allowed in for a week, and then you'll just have to apply for permanent residency if you decide to do so.
Cool. All right. Good to know.
What is your occupation?
Hunter?
Wonderful. Okay. And finally, Jackal, what could you do to help Carmarth? How could you be an asset to the city?
I think I'd make this place a lot safer. I kind of like raise my chin a little bit to accentuate that I believe that I'm good at that thing.
Oh, you're looking to join the guard?
No, probably not. Kind of more of a oh God, I'm bad at this. Look, I'm going to be frank with you for a second here. I think that our group, me and the 5 people behind me, we're not just random travelers. We're here for a purpose. And I think that us getting in is pretty important for science reasons.
I'd need some more information than that. Is there someone you're looking to work with? Do you have their permission to be in the city?
Well, we're looking to aid people that study the resonance specifically. We've been dealing with that as a concept for the last couple of weeks, and I just think that we'd be able to like help get some answers and give some answers. Do you know what I mean? The whole science thing.
You know, Jackal, I think that is great. Resonance is not really something we have to worry about in the city, which is really nice. And in that, we don't have a ton of people doing much research on it, as far as I know. There might be some people doing some, let's say, less sanctioned research in the Hollows.
Isn't this city's whole thing the Order of the Chrysalis? Isn't that whole thing fighting the resonance?
As you say that, she's been smiling this whole time. She continues to smile, but almost cocks her head. And the others just behind you, there's like a guard who, you know, was allowing one person up at a time. And you hear he scoffs at that. So the Order of the Chrysalis is a private group that happens to be inside Carmarth, but that has nothing to do with the city itself. In fact, their main recruitment comes from the Hollows, as far as I'm aware.
Is that why your bozo left over there? Because it's not that important? Because it seems like a lot of them are coming in and out of the city, as far as I can tell from being out there.
Our constituents are allowed to leave the city whenever they'd like, obviously with warnings of how dangerous it can be, but they tend to leave. It's much easier to do so, or those in the Hollow.
Can they come back as easily?
To and from the Hollows, of course. Silktop, not always. Depends on if they're given a token or have permanent residence.
Right. Okay, well, yeah, no, I'm looking to join the Guard.
Oh, wonderful. There isn't recruitment currently for the Guard. That happens on the weekends. So it would be a few days. So we would essentially give you a ticket to come to the Guard barracks, and you're welcome to stay in the Hollows until then.
I don't like that.
You know, Jackal, I appreciate your time. I do have a line to get to, but I think the Hollows might be the best place for you right now.
I'm gonna walk up to the counter. I'm so sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Miles, it's a pleasure to meet you. Jack here is my partner. He's here to aid me in this beautiful Arcane City that you uphold, by the way. The knowledge you must have here is immense, and that is what we are looking for. Jack, can you show the woman your foot, please?
Oh, absolutely. And I'll like hike up my pant leg and I'll jump up onto the desk.
As you do that, the guards around her start pulling out their weapons, and she puts her hands up in front of them to stop them. Go on.
Ta-da.
This right here is a work of my doing. This is Jack here is a valiant fighter. He found himself hurt in the wild. It was something we haven't seen before, and sadly we had to amputate. Working alongside me, with Jack's genius, we came up with this. And I point to the leg. And now there's a lot more where that came from when it comes to us too. For instance, and you'll see Corvus on my shoulder, and his head does a little spin around 360. Ocular retrieval device. Or here.
Miles, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna stop you right there. Where do you come from?
Twin Rivers.
Wonderful. You see she finishes writing and she pulls out a token and hands it to you. This is very impressive.
Oh, well, if it helps. Fuck, Jack, I don't know. Good luck.
Nah, it's all right. I'll find a way. Don't worry. And I'm gonna hop down.
The Hollows are a wonderful place, and I think you'll love them. If you'll just follow this guard here, he'll show you to a group that's going to be entering soon.
I kind of like square my shoulders and I kind of take a stance near the group. I'm not actively leaving yet.
And Miles, this door here, you can take your token that way and you'll be allowed to Silktop. You can see she looks up and gestures to the rest of the group. Next.
I look up.
Hello.
Hello, good ma'am.
What is your name?
My name is Lenore.
Lenore. Wonderful. Lenore, I'm just going to ask you this really quick. All 6 of you are from Twin Rivers?
Yep.
Wonderful. That just helps me with the paperwork. Thanks.
Of course.
You're planning to stay in Carmarth or just a visit?
I think just a visit, but if I really feel like I've found my place and I feel like I'm really an asset to the city, I may end up staying or applying to stay.
That is wonderful and so well spoken. How do you think you can be an asset to our wonderful city?
Well, I am a kindergarten teacher. So really I teach the youth how to live productive lives. But I am also a mage, so I could teach magic to promising youth how to harness it responsibly and safely. But I could also just teach basic education.
Interesting. I love this for you. Have you taught magic before or only introductory mathematics?
I had just begun to teach some cantrips in Twin Rivers, but then the school was shut down from a measles outbreak, so that's why I had to join this group and leave the city.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Measles, so dangerous.
I know.
So Lenore, we have multiple schools that are filled to the brim with amazing teachers. I might give you a chance. Have you ever tutored before?
I actually strongly considered that before leaving Twin Rivers, and then because the school was shut down, I was like, well, maybe I could do private tutoring. Then I heard these folks were on their way out, and I had heard of this city, and I was like, that sounds like it would have some incredible schools, or at least greater opportunities than Twin Rivers, so I wanted to check this out. But I haven't, but I'm very interested in it.
I have an individual who has asked me to assist with finding his daughter a tutor.
Oh.
Specifically for advancing her magical aptitudes. Is that something you'd be interested in?
How old is she?
I'm not sure exactly, but around teen age.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. And much easier to handle. Less rambunctious.
You do have such a lovely smile and lovely air about you, so I think this will work wonders. I'm going to give you a token to get into the city.
Wonderful.
That is going to be contingent on you going to meet with Jericho. Is his name Mr. Jericho? I can even send you with his location in just a moment.
Okay.
Welcome to Carmarth. And she hands out a little token to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
Next.
You know, I have my cobbler's tools on my belt. Poppy walks up to the desk and looks big and friendly.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Poppy.
Amazing, from Twin Rivers. And what's your occupation, Poppy?
I'm a cobbler. I make high-end designer shoes, as well as I have a background in agriculture.
An interesting combo. Some fancy farmer's boots coming out of you at any time soon?
Yeah, oh man. Actually, I see that you met my friend Jackal over here. I know he told you he's a hunter. He actually helps me source high-end leathers for the shoes that I make. So I know he said he wanted to apply for the guard, but we've been working together for some time, right, Jackal?
Absolutely.
And this my friend over here, Tevin, he actually helps me cut the leather, punch it. Also with some dye processes, he can be a furnace. It's very convenient. So they're kind of part of my operation with my shoe business.
Wonderful. Can I see something you've made?
I click my heels together and cast minor illusion so they sparkle and I spin. She just made these for me.
I did.
Two things. We're going to do this as advantage, but with you guys both rolling two different things.
Ooh, okay.
And we're going to take the highest one. So I'm going to take Poppy. You're going to give me a persuasion roll. And Lenore, you're going to roll me performance. And we're going to take the highest of the two.
16.
I also got a 16.
Those are wonderful. And they look so delightful on you, Lenore. I love those.
Thank you.
Very interesting, Poppy. And your friend here, is he sentient or no?
Yes, he is sentient.
Wonderful. What can I call you?
I will hold up one hand just up like a high five almost and just wave back and forth lightly. My name is Tevin. My friends call me Tevin. You may call me Tevin.
Tevin, do you require sustenance? Do you require sleep? And do you require your own room?
I look at Poppy.
No, he doesn't need to eat. Doesn't need his own room.
Wonderful. So he'll be staying with you.
Yeah.
That sounds great. And then it'll be very easy for you to go to the Hollows to pick up the leathers or anything from Jackal. She takes out 2 tokens, hands one to you, Poppy, and then gestures one to you, Tevin.
I pat Tevin on the back and I wrap my arm around him. I'm like, come on.
Well, I'm the last one left at this point, so what I've been doing in the meantime is first, whoever it was I had guidance that I had cast, it went away as soon as the pressure was on, so you didn't use it because you no longer had it, because as soon as this started unfolding, in a panic, Santos cast guidance on himself. Half paying attention to what Poppy was presenting, I've been taking out notes and writing notes furiously, and then as I see Poppy and Tevin get tokens and move towards where those that get tokens have been asked to move, and I see Jackal is left alone, Santos lets out a sigh, takes the notes that he had been writing furiously and just folds them up and puts them in his pocket, goes up to this adjudicator. I'm with him, and I just point to Jackal. Whatever he told you, that's me too.
Wonderful. If I could just get your name and what you deem your occupation, that would be great.
My name is Santos, and I am a field researcher for Nightshade of Twin Rivers.
She holds up a finger and she pulls out a booklet. I'm so sorry, Santos, I don't have you here from Nightshade. If you get word to the headquarters upstairs and they want to come get you down in the Hollows, you're welcome to do so.
I will do that. Thank you.
The next group will be going to the Hollows soon.
All right. Thank you for your time. And I start walking to join Jackal, and I just let the guidance that I had cast on myself, it just dissipates.
Jackal and Santos, you head over to a group of ragtag type of people. There's a guard standing here, basically just organizing the group together.
Before we get totally separated, I want to find Jorg in the holding room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just picture a little, like a dentist's waiting room that I'm just waiting to be let back into the city.
I would say it's more like a airport gate.
He's got a whole row to himself. His legs are crossed. He's chilling.
Look, we don't have.
You made it in.
Santos or Jackal. We don't have Santos or Jackal. Do we have a phone we could give them?
Fuck. I take Corvus off my head and I just rip his head off. And I deactivate Corvus. If you'll allow me, because I haven't technically used Corvus today, I'll put the pieces of Corvus back in the pocket. So he's deactivated, and I'll rip out the ear cuffs and I'll slip one on. If you could get it to him, go on.
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly try to flutter over to the Hollows side and find one of them.
You're able to meet up with Santos and Jackal just before they start moving with the group.
Hey, Bjork, make this phone. We gotta keep in contact, okay?
Oh,
Here.
Okay, I'll reach out and I'll grab it.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I giggle and I fly away.
There are no options.
Yes.
We can't do anything.
I learned from Lenore when we had the phones, and I have put the ear cuff on, and I'm just going, hello, 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 waiting for whoever the recipient might be to actually put it on so I know who I'm linked to.
I put the ear on and I hear hello, 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 and then I take it off immediately and give it to Jackal.
I'll hook it into my ear as best I can. It's kind of awkward with the ears.
It's gotten full sing-song at this point.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello? Jorg, it's
Jack!
hello? Stop it.
I'm sorry I couldn't get you down.
No, it's okay. Poppy tried to, and that's all right. I am going to get back at that lady somehow.
I look forward to hearing about your devious plan. But for now, while you're in the belly of the beast, we can at least stay connected. Just put your hand up to your ear just like you've seen everyone else do. I don't remember if I've had a phone for you before.
Not yet.
Don't think anything outrageous. Over.
Mind empties. It's just I'm just staring blank.
Hey, Jack, Is that constantly happening? The hello? Is that meant to be happening nonstop?
I think he was just trying to make sure that we could hear him and get a response.
Oh,
that's all.
Okay.
He stopped once I said hello.
Oh, I didn't know that would happen. I thought that would just be the normal state of this thing, and I don't think I can handle that.
No, I would have thrown it immediately.
I guess we're going to the Hollows, but I think I have a plan that can maybe get us to where the others are. It's just going to take some time, but I think whatever you said is going to take equal time, maybe.
Probably, but hey, we've got at least some avenues that can probably get us up there if we don't find something faster.
Well, I wasn't going to leave you alone, but I think ultimately the plan that I believed would have worked to get me a token was probably going to just send me to you anyway.
You know, I appreciate you having my back down here. I think it'll be good for us to have someone to look out for each other, and I mean, heck, worst case, you can fly. You can get up there, no problem. What are they gonna do?
Shoot me down with arrows?
There's something about her demeanor, that fake politician smile that she had. It just really rubbed me the wrong way.
Jack, sometimes, and I'll, as we start heading wherever they are directing us to head, put my arm around you. Sometimes that's the only way people with those kinds of jobs can survive, putting on a face.
I'm gonna choose to believe you now, but also promise that I'm going to get back at her someday.
I want to stay with Santos and Jack. You end up waiting with a group of others who are also being brought to the Hollows. Guards leads you away from this building and to the closest leg that holds up the city. It's a bit of a walk, and you see again just how large the legs holding up the city are. They're made of a hardened metal, and they're easily the width of multiple buildings. The guards head to the front and open up the leg using some sort of magical device that one of them holds. It's obviously magical. They enter it into the metal like a key, and it unlocks like a door. It opens up, and inside you see a group of a few individuals from Carmarth. Their clothes are somewhat ragged, a bit dirty. They shield their eyes as the door opens up and that bright sun comes inside the darkness of where they were standing. And you see this group of a few individuals were waiting to leave the city, and they seem to get out and make their way towards, looks like they're heading back to that building the adjudicator was in. This opening leads to a hollow tunnel inside the leg that you can see in the darkness here. It leads upwards, how the legs are slanted and jointed in a way. And you can see the guards just gesture forwards. Enjoy Carmarth. A man heads to the front of the group. I'll take it from here. If you're here to join the Order of the Chrysalis, you can follow me once we're inside. If not, I can recommend a good brothel or whatever else you're looking for in the city. He's this large human man. He's bald, not just on his head, but completely bald all over his body. No arm hair, no eyebrows, just completely hairless. He wears chainmail, has a mace at his side and a shield along his back. And he just starts walking up and into these tunnels.
We might want to look for him when we get up there.
Right. I don't know if I want to follow him right now. I'd like to get a lay of the land before we make any kind of decision like that.
I think you're right. We'll keep an eye out for where he goes and meet up later if that makes sense.
Yeah, let's tail him a little bit, see where he goes, like you said, and in the meantime, take in our surroundings and maybe pay him a visit later on.
Is this stairs or an elevator, and are there lights?
No lights. You can see as this man walks in, he lights a torch. Other people obviously didn't know that this was going to be dark like this. Some of them used magic to illuminate lights. There's enough light with the group of people here. It is not stairs. It is not an elevator. It is an incline.
What the fuck?
As people start to activate magic to illuminate their surroundings, I want to look around and just see how the people here respond to casual use of magic. Is magic rare here? Is it common? Do those that don't seem to have that kind of magic, are they in awe of those that do?
It seems so casual.
For now, I'm going to rely on the other people's light sources I'll cast light later on if I need to. I'll lean in and I'll tell Jackal that. If we ever need our own light source, I got us.
Sounds good. Is this a steep incline?
It is not currently. As you walk, sometimes it gets a little bit steeper. Sometimes there are stairs, but only for a brief moment. You really quickly realize that you are basically walking through machinery on a large scale. It is dormant machinery, but it looked like it was once used or potentially could have been used, maybe never used. But you're basically walking through gears, pathways that allow people to work on machinery, but this is all in that one leg. So it's a relatively steep incline at some places. Some of the older people in the group actually need help getting up some of the steeper portions. So some of the younger individuals like allow them to help. You guys are probably assisting in some ways, just making sure that people can get through. Eventually, though, the incline flattens out and you can start to see light ahead of you. And you know from the outside with how these legs are shaped, it's horizontal for a moment and then comes down at an incline to come down into the ground. So this means you're probably at the level of Karmarth and like coming into the side of the hollows. You see the bald man with the torch is the first one up and through this horizontal portion. And reaching the end of the tunnel, you open up into a hollow portion of the city that's completely enclosed by metal. It almost feels like you're in a massive cavern, and it feels like nighttime because there's no light coming in from outside. The area is so big that when you look up, you can't even see the ceiling. You guys are entering in from above the ground floor, about a story or two up, so you can see across the area pretty far here. This is a full-on city. Inside the hollow portion of Karmarth, there are remnants of this large machinery everywhere. Buildings have been built out of primarily a dark black stone material, others made from scrap wood or metal, basically whatever they can find to make things. Many of these buildings have been placed inside the carcasses of gigantic old machines. You'd assume from how they spoke about it and where this is that this would be extremely run down. And there definitely are parts of it that are, but there are businesses here with magical signs that illuminate the dark. Most of the light comes not from these signs, it comes from threads. There are these thin white threads that run between buildings, down into the streets, up to the walls all around that enclose the hollow portions of the city itself. Any sort of solid structure is a anchor point for some of these threads, and they span all of the hollows and they all emit just a soft white light. It almost looks like massive set of spider webs, but it's not organized to like catch prey. They're organized in a way that are concentrated where people live, where people walk down these streets, almost as if they're like streetlights. They seem to be just where the people are, providing a bit of ambient light. It still feels like nighttime. It's dark, but nighttime, how you remember it, like in Twin Rivers, where they were illuminated pathways, buildings have lights emanating from them. Less like the forest where you get that the starlight coming down the moonlight. And as you gaze upon this sight for the first time, as many others do for the first time, you hear awe around you. But the bald man turns around and just goes, "Welcome to the bowels," and gestures along the site.
I'm gonna like lean over to Santos. I thought I'd be freaked out by this, but something feels like weirdly familiar for some reason. Can't quite put my finger on it.
This, for some reason, to me seems, I don't know, easy to be around?
Yeah. What's that about?
I don't know. It's weird that we both have it.
I'm gonna ask that guy a question.
The bald guy.
He said he knew brothels. He probably knows some other seedy businesses. I'm not looking for a brothel. The weird sex stuff is upstairs.
We can meet up later if you want. I mean, if you got stuff to do, you...
No. I just need to... I'm gonna ask him about, Oh, hold on. And I'm gonna, like, run over to the bald guy. Hey, boss, how you doing?
Preston. And he holds out his hand.
Preston. Pleasure to meet you. I'll shake it.
You joining the order?
Not yet, but maybe later. I do have a question first.
Of course.
Do you know anywhere around here that, holds fights, either sanctioned or unsanctioned. Wink, wink.
He grabs your shoulder, brings you in real close. Who told you I was the pitmaster?
Something about your demeanor just let me know you would know a thing or two.
There are less seedy fights that happen at the Order of the Chrysalids. Trainings, I oversee those. If you want something with no rules, meet me at the Odyssey Bar. You see he points a specific direction, and there is a bar that has lights inside. You can tell just from here, it looks like there is a turning galaxy inside the bar. Thank you so much to Custom Alex over on Patreon for creating the Odyssey Bar.
Hey!
Shout out Custom Alex. Let's go.
Let's go.
Patreon.com/castparty.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Preston. I'm sure I'll see you later.
He gives you a little squeeze and points to the opposite wall of where you guys come in. The Order is there. You see very far in the distance, behind the buildings, there are projections of orange light on the walls behind this complex. It almost looks like banners hanging from a wall, but they're made of the signature orange light of the Order of the Chrysalis.
I'll head back over to Santos. I think I have a place where we might be able to find a way up. It's a hunch, but you can usually find some seedy characters at some seedy places.
That's your way up?
Yeah. Forgery is just as legitimate as legitimacy.
I see.
Either that, or we get into the fights, we win, and then we just get enough money to go up there, because that's all they really care about anyway.
Let's take a look at those fights. I'm curious to see what boons they offer aside from moving up. Maybe there's something else to gain when you call that kind of attention to yourself. Shall we take a look around? I'm not going to the brothel.
No, that's fine. I don't want to go to the brothel. The other group, they're the weird sex stuff guys. That's what we call them.
Oh, do you know that about Bjorg?
Especially Bjorg.
I kind of got that sense.
I mean, he's always building new toys and stuff. You never know what he's doing behind closed doors.
I shared a bed with him. We slept head to foot.
Right, yeah, no, okay, all right. Let's start heading down to the city.
I want to kind of get the vibe of the city. The things that I'm looking out for is, how are people generally faring? Do people look like they're getting along? Is there a lot of like scuffling happening from one person to another? Or does it look like there's like, I guess like trade? Are there like booths where people are shopping, or like how just this sort of sense of it?
You quickly realize that this is very much not a planned out city. So it's hard to know which direction, especially once you're on the ground floor and you don't have this kind of aerial view. It's much harder to figure out where things go. And a lot of these streets look the same, but they also have their own vibes. It also helps that these threads above you are showing which direction most of these streets go in. But as you are walking around, you see plenty of light up signs. You see brothels, you see taverns, you see casinos, distilleries. There's a theater that looks like it is advertising for some sort of show or play later this day. There's also poverty. You see people begging in the streets, trying to make enough money for food. But there's also community here, even if some of the areas are more dingy or less safe than others. You don't really see any scuffles. You see lots of trades going on. It looks like not everyone uses coin here. One thing you do realize is once you get to a rather large intersection, these streets are pretty filled with people, and this one is no different. As you get to it, you see this larger street you come onto leads to a large archway at the very wall of the Hollows, like literally the outside wall of the city. And that large archway is gated off with a bunch of guards on the other side. And they are armed to the teeth, full armor on, magically infused weapons at their sides. And there is a sign above the archway that says Silk Top, but has been graffitied over to say Piss Top.
That's probably the way up, huh?
Nicely guarded.
There's probably a back door somewhere.
Yeah. Shall we speak to Preston, or do you want to go to the Odyssey?
why don't we start at the Odyssey? He'll be there eventually, I think. And maybe we can meet some people. Or find out some things. Or do some fights.
I don't know. I like looking around at this, this city's the underbelly, I guess, but it's so different from Twin Rivers. I don't know. I kind of like this place.
There's something alluring about it, for sure.
I might be confusing something that's a part of this sort of new, I guess, chapter in my life, but I working in Twin Rivers, everything, there's so many rules with what I had to do. And of course I bent the rules a little bit for you and maybe for a few others, but I just see a kind of freedom in the chaos of this place, even the way that it's been built. It's like just, you figure it out as you go. I don't know, I just kind of like that. I think I want to get in a fight here.
Jack smiles real big. We're in the right place, buddy. Let's go. Come on.
I follow Jack.
Jack takes you best he can to where he saw the Odyssey. And as you approach, it is a building made primarily of wood, but with black stone accents on the outsides, the foundation. It is about 3-4 stories tall. It has a vertical sign that says the Odyssey in a fun, very swoopy font. And then as Jack saw from far away, there is this light show going on inside.
I think what you said about freedom and how you can, I don't know, it feels like you can do almost anything here. I think you would have liked it outside, but this might be the place for you and I. At least for now.
Well, who do we talk to in there?
Probably the one that looks the least punched in the face. Or the most punched in the face.
Okay, wait. Before we go in there, though, we're here with the others, and I know that we want to try to find a way to get up to them because we're really... But isn't the whole reason why we're here is to suss out the Order of the Crystallis? That's down here in the Hollows.
Oh, you're so right. What are we doing? We're not thinking straight yet. Probably because this morning has been kind of a whirlwind. I bet getting our heads knocked around a little bit will help sort things out. But you make a really solid point. I'm gonna let Bjorg know, and I'll tap the thing in my ear.
Bjorg, hello? You good?
Oh, so the nice brothel is down that way. Thank you, kind sir. We'll be with you in a moment. Hi, Jack.
Man, your ears must have been burning. Just wanted to let you know the Order of the Crystallis is down here. We haven't seen it yet. We're gonna go get into a fight. I'll talk to you later.
Crazy sequence of events. Love it. Have fun.
Some of us up there, some of us down here. At least we're going to get a good sense of what this place is like, but it doesn't seem like it takes too long to catch on to what's going on here. I wonder if... And I'll look towards where that archway was, or that heavily guarded archway. I wonder what it'll take to square off with one of them in the pit.
One of the guards? I'd be willing to bet it's not going to be that hard to find one of them. The people that get stationed at places like this, they're looking for a fight. And they're probably not getting nearly as much of one standing guard over there. And they probably look down on these people just because they're here.
Come with me, and I'm going to start to pull Jackal towards that gate. I'm not going to get right up on it. I'm just going to get a closer look at those guards, at least the ones that are closest to us. And I just want to watch how they watch the people in the hollows.
You see a couple of things, all wearing full armor and helmets. And one of them connected to their helmet is like a visor that they can see through that comes just over their eyes. It is like a pale yellowish color that comes down. Right now, they look bored. They are behind a metallic gate. Behind them, you just see what looks like a tunnel, and you're not quite sure where it goes, but you would assume to Silk Top somehow.
All right, well, I guess I saw enough of what I needed to see. Let's go. I'm ready to go check out the Odyssey if you are.
Yeah, let's do this. We'll get our names out there one way or another, I'm sure.
And as you all enter into the Odyssey, I want to jump back to our other group. The 4 of you all have your tokens, are in the waiting room. Again, decent amount of area here, but there are a couple of guards here, and there is a big set of sliding glass doors that lead outward towards Carmarth. So you can just look up and at Carmarth. There's only a few people waiting here. One of the guards comes in. Welcome, folks. We'll be taking you to Carmarth soon. If this is your first time here, I just need you all to take out those tokens. Palm of your hand. Place it down. Grasp.
Firmly grasp it.
And you see he waves his hand, and there's a little bit of a prick in your hand. Thank you. When you are in the city, you'll need those available at some place. Most people like to put them on necklaces. We have some chains here. You're welcome to put them on, but you will need to be able to produce it in a moment's notice. You'll have access to any part of the city that's not off limits to residents, of course. Weapons are allowed within the city, but brandishing them in any form is prohibited unless you are part of the guard. We'll be leaving in 2 minutes.
I'm looking at my hand to see why it hurt.
These tokens are a circular coin, much thicker, and they have a square cutout in the center. In that square cutout, there are a bunch of little thin pieces that are like a crosshatch pattern. You can see that when you were squeezing them, one of these crosshatches came out and stabbed your hand slightly.
Why did it prick us?
Oh, that captures your biological signature, so we know that token belongs to you.
Oh.
Do I notice with mine if it actually took anything out or no?
You barely felt anything, and you see that your metal just has the tiniest scratch. Yeah, we're gonna have to hand wave that. We have others of your kind here that you just kind of have to take at their word.
I see.
I'm grabbing you by your puffy sleeve and bringing you over to the big windows to look out at the city. Look at the city, Lenore! Isn't it beautiful? Do they know that we're fucking resonated now? They have a blood signature.
I don't know. That in our blood?
I don't know, but it's clearly gotten inside of us one way or another.
Isn't everybody who's been outside been a little bit resonated?
Maybe, but not to our extent. Miss, I'm gonna take a bath in a vat of resonance.
Yeah, I don't have that much.
Regardless, it's probably more than the average citizen, and it's something that I'm worried about.
I don't know, he doesn't seem concerned.
Oh, and that must be the Capitol building! I bet we're gonna be let in soon. And I go back and sit down.
As you sit down and get comfortable, you hear a bell. Time to get into the city. You'll follow me. And you see he's with a group of 6 to 8 other guards. None of them brandishing their weapons or anything like that. He comes out and opens up the glass doors and gestures you outside. You can see there is a magical device that he uses to signal to the gate up at the wall. And you remember, you didn't really see a gate, but coming from the wall of the city, there is a large platform, basically like an extended walkway that comes up from the wall of the city, like extending out telescopically and then coming down towards you, giving you all essentially what is a long angled walkway, almost like a runway, coming down to where you are standing at the back end of this building. And you are escorted up by a few guards up to the level of Carmarth. 2 come up with you while the rest stay at the bottom and are facing away from the walkway, basically protecting it from anyone who would try to run up behind you all. As you're walking up this walkway, you're walking out over the crater that is beneath your feet now, and you see it extends far beneath the surface, and the bottom is just rock and sand. And speaking of, you are about halfway up the walkway just as a gust of wind comes by, pelting the 4 of you with a bit of this red sand coming off the desert around you. One last kiss of the outside before you make your way to the top of the walkway and to the entrance to Carmarth. Just you and the few others that were given these tokens. And at the entrance, you are greeted with many guards, all wearing their armor. Most have their helmets off, but one still has theirs on, similar to what Jackal and Santos saw beneath. One of them has a yellow visor over their eyes. with that, you get to the guards and they hold their hands up as like a slow down. And you see the guard with the visor points and waves at each individual you go past him. You can see he's looking for the tokens on each of these people's bodies. And so as long as you guys have yours out and available and visible, he waves you through.
And it's tucked in my pocket, but I just quickly grab it from Paprika whenever I need it.
I'll be storing mine in my chest, and anytime anybody calls for it, I'll just pull it out with 2 fingers quick.
I'll put it on a necklace.
Poppy also put hers like on a little leather band.
And as you walk past him, you get your first view of Carmarth from inside. You open into a massive park. A large fountain ahead of you is spraying different colored water from various spouts. And you can see illusions are projected onto the water over and over again. Mostly advertisements for goods or shows. There's things like theaters. You see one particular ad is Wits Whiskey. Beyond this fountain, this park, there are various areas of tall buildings, and I mean towering. Biggest buildings you have ever seen, Lenore, even for you. Some made entirely of glass, others using stone and glass combinations, others strictly from metal. Many are intricately designed with fanciful roofs. There are sections of buildings that seem to serve no purpose at all other than visual, like they are to make a pretty building. This city feels just an absolute massive scale from where you are standing. And as you are taking it all in, walking in from this outside area, you hear behind you the walkway being retracted, and then a voice comes from your side. Hello, arms at your sides if you don't mind. And you see a woman with a handheld mechanical and magical device. It's about the size of a toaster with a wide barrel on the end of it. It's painted a bright blue color with these black metallic accents. She gestures the opening to you all with a smile.
Straight up and down like a board.
As Bjorg, you do so, she clicks a button on the side and you hear a loud sucking noise. As she starts pressing it to your clothes, the sand that you have been pelted with starts to come off and into the device.
That's actually delightful, thank you.
If you are new to this city, the welcome area is right over there. They have a map and can direct you where you might be going. May I suggest one of our relaxing spas in the city for relaxation and bathing?
Bjork does a really dramatic look back at the rest of the crew. I would love that. I don't know about the rest of you, but...
Poppy looks at Bjorg and is like, I think that's not a bad idea. I don't even think I've ever been to a real spa before. We gotta go to the Welcome Center, and I guess I point over to what I assume is a giant sign that says Welcome Center.
It just says welcome, and it's not a building. It is actually outside in this park, and you can see a man here dressed to the nines. Very fanciful, very elegant looking, almost over the top, like accessories that don't do anything. Welcome to Carmarth! Please, let us help you around the illustrious Arcane City.
Okay.
Please, I'm a bit in awe at what you all have been capable of.
You see there is a smaller fountain here that he's standing next to. More mist in this case than full-on streams of water. And he projects a beautifully rendered 3D model of the city. So you all are here, and what are you looking to do in our wonderful city? I can offer so many recommendations. We have shopping centers where you can buy jewelry, gifts, magic items. There's a conservatory if you're interested in the stars. We have theaters, we have spas, libraries, spas. There's places to clean yourselves. There's spas. Oh, and bathhouses.
I believe you had mentioned spas more than once. Is that something you are trying to hint, possibly?
Oh, no, we just have so many, I have to say it more than once.
What sort of enjoyment do we get out of spas?
Relaxation, cleanliness.
That doesn't sound like anything we need.
And you're right, you can choose whatever you want to do, so you can put that last on your itinerary.
or not on it at all.
Do you know where the Order of the Chrysalis is?
Oh, yes. More and more people have been asking for it. Heard most of them go to the Hollows. Zooms in on the map to show you the western side of the city.
While you have the map up, can you show me where the nice brothel is?
The nice brothel.
Bjork's finger immediately goes up to his ear, and then he looks at Lenore. Order of the Chrysalis is in the bottom of the thing. It's where Jack was. He just told me.
Are you sure? I'm like looking at this guy who is currently explaining.
And he's showing you a building that has banners that have the orange with the butterfly on them. This is where the headquarters is.
Does it have like different chapters? Like one of them is in the Hollows or something?
I've actually heard from some of the exhaust vents, you could call them, that at times there are people listening into the Order of the Chrysalis. He zooms in further, and just to the left portion of where this building is, even further to the west, there is a divot in the city. It actually opens up to what looks like a portion of the Hollows. And that's inside the compound for the Order of the Chrysalis. It looks like if you were like in the Order of the Chrysalis compound, you could speak to people in the compound on Silktop, while also the people below hearing from above.
It's like when you live stream church.
I'm gonna take a step back and start relaying stuff.
Jack, hello, Jack.
Yeah, hello.
The Order of the Chrysalis headquarters is up here. A man just showed it to me on a hologram. It was crazy.
Interesting. I don't know what a hologram is, but
Okay. I mean, there's one down here too.
is there like a different chapter? Or is it some sort of like amphitheater type system where they can talk to people from the top and it goes down to the bottom?
That's crazy. It's exactly that second one that you just described almost perfectly.
Wow.
Go to the Order of the Chrysalis and just come up from there.
Good idea.
Have fun in your fight. Good luck. Don't die.
Thank you.
You're looking to go to... And he starts zooming back out.
I guess the Order, we can stop by, see if there's a schedule we should learn about.
That would be the best option for us currently, if you would allow us.
Me? You're free to go whenever you'd like. I'm just here to assist. Whatever you might want to find, like this spa right here. He zooms in.
Wait, for future reference, could you tell me where to find Mr. Jericho?
I just got a note about you. And he zooms in on a particularly large building. He is on the 54th floor of this building here.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Of course, enjoy your time working for him.
So excited. Bye.
Maybe we go to the Order where they could possibly be ending up.
Yeah.
Hey, while we're here, this is something I was thinking about as I saw the city in the distance. It made me feel things. And it made me feel things the way it made me feel things in our second vision, where it was kind of nice and heartwarming. Like seeing the buildings off in the distance kind of reminded me of potentially that other life that I lived, or that other me that is out there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see if you guys, at least for the time being while we're in Karmoth, little test run. Do you mind calling me Miles?
I thought that was just you being like undercover. I thought you didn't want to give them your real name or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, Poppy wasn't here for our other vision. I know that Poppy, my second vision, I saw two small children. And when I walked in the door, they called me Miles. And something about that name was interesting to me, and I want to see if I can recreate that feeling.
I love that for you, but you're a dad?
No, I believe they were my siblings. Sorry, I should have specified.
Whoa, what a roller coaster of emotions.
I seem to have been taking care of my parents in some way, shape, or form, and looking after my siblings.
Oh, that's Well, it's nice to meet you, Miles.
Thank you. Oh, Lenore gave me my last name, Prower. I think it's fitting.
Yeah.
Wait, Miles Prower?
Yes, it flows nicely, doesn't it?
Yes, that's great.
You have Lenore to thank for it. A spark of genius. All right, onward to the chrysalis.
Colt.
I just wanted to be open with you all. Thank you.
Okay, Miles.
Thank you.
I think that's great, Miles.
Yeah, Miles.
Okay, this is weird. Don't say it too much.
One thing you start to realize as you're moving through these buildings is the city itself is sectioned off into different areas. You see a group of buildings in this whole area right in the front that looks super residential. The back area where a lot of these really tall buildings are look much more commercial. They all have these like spires to them. They're really pretty buildings. Every once in a while, there is this glowing energy that you saw from a distance, and it shoots into the air again. And this time it's really loud because of where you are. It probably makes you guys jump, but you can almost tell that everyone else is just super used to it. Like they don't even stop their conversations. One other thing you notice is that there are like streets and stuff here, but there's no sort of vehicles, and there's not even carts. There are no horse-drawn carts. There are no carts like Nightshade has. There are horse-ish sized, what essentially look like spider. No head, just 8 legs that hold on to things like cargo. People, they have seats on them. You watch as, they're moving along the streets, moving things, and you watch as this whole big set of boxes on top of this body of this spider, one of them walks straight to a wall. It lifts off of the top. It completely stays horizontal, so none of the boxes change direction, but then these spider legs crawl up the wall of a nearby skyscraper, bringing the pallet of items up into where it needs to be delivered.
As we're walking by, I pointed out to everybody, especially as it like goes up the wall and stuff, they needed 8 legs. Pfft, I probably could have done it in 4.
Wow.
I believe I have done it with 2.
I do it with no legs, so.
That is why you are the most efficient.
You have us all beat there, actually.
You make your way over to where the welcome guy showed you where the Order of the Chrysalis is. There are a bunch of buildings here, all within the confines of a large outer wall, all with this bright white stone, and the accent pieces are a more pale, less vibrant version of this like bright orange that they use throughout their banners and stuff, but there are like banners down the walls. You quickly realize that, everything's within these walls, and there is a gate in front of you that looks to be closed. You see above you are 2 turrets that have members of the Order of the Chrysalis standing, one on either side.
That's nice that they went with like a less extreme version of the orange.
Do we just walk through?
Yeah. With 2 legs or none.
Sounds efficient to me.
You quickly realize as you are walking up that it feels wrong to just walk up and push in this gate because it's closed, and these guards watching you, they don't flinch as you walk up, and you get to the gate and just push it open.
Oh.
La-di-da.
Make your way through the gate. You see that one of the guards just clicks some sort of button and it closes the gate behind you.
Okay. Hello. We are interested.
You are in a large courtyard. There are a couple of buildings around, but the first thing you realize is that there are people in this little square, basically, doing drills of sorts. As you watch them, there is one woman leading the drills and the others just following.
I want to go towards the mess hall. Excuse me?
Yeah,
How do we join your club?
already did. You walked in, right?
Yeah. Well, I flew in.
That counts.
Is there like an initiation? Is there like a meeting where we get all the info? Are there any weird parties?
So I don't really know. It's so weird. They don't tell you anything. You just have to figure it out.
What? They don't even have a pamphlet?
The first test is the gate.
Really?
Did say you got to be strong enough to just go in there and do the things you want to do.
Well, we're great at that.
Weird though, right? That's trespassing.
Interesting. So there's no like sermons or something?
Sermons?
A leader that like gives speeches and teaches us things?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a leader that like gives speeches and teaches things.
Is there a schedule for that?
No, I think he just comes down when he wants to, but sometimes they'll like, we'll know in advance when Dominic's coming.
Yeah, Dominic. Is the mess hall free or do you have to pay?
Oh, you need a ticket.
Where do you get the ticket?
Oh, so this is one of the things you just kind of learn, and I'm actually not supposed to tell you.
Why I oughta, and I pull my fist up like I'm gonna punch him because I'm so strong.
Oh no, stop. You can have it. And he throws the ticket at you.
What?
No,
I
please.
didn't mean I want your ticket. I just wanted you to tell me where they were.
If you stay in the barracks overnight, there's one in front of the door.
Okay. Okay, great. What's your name?
Call me Tay.
Tay. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you so much. You've been so helpful-ish. Nice to meet you. Oh, that boy's a goner. Maybe this place will really be good for him, though. Maybe he really needs this.
It's a confidence builder.
I don't know. It's very, like, self-imposed. Sort of. It doesn't really feel culty yet.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, maybe not all cults feel like cults in the beginning.
I don't really know where to go from here. I don't know where you guys want to go. We just pick a building?
Perhaps we try speaking to one of the guards. Maybe they have information that we could gain.
Yeah, let's just pick one.
I want to go over to that guard and just stand in front of him and hopefully have everybody else follow me.
I follow.
We have picked you.
You have a weapon request.
We request information, please.
Points to a building across the way with no sign above the door.
And what does that building give us?
Information.
You were the right choice. Thank you.
I'm just going to walk to that building.
We have found the information door.
You walk in. It is a decently sized library. There are bookshelves stacked along the outside. There are a couple of tables here for reading. One large table looks like for potentially teaching like a decent sized group, though there's only a few individuals here and none of them are using that large table. Books all along the walls. There are also some paintings, as well as what I can only describe as words of encouragement. Train, lead, learn, all with a period after them in big capital letters. Mental fortitude comes from physical strength. Words of affirmation. And you can't be the best you without us. And that is the biggest one you read. And for today, that's a wrap.
Now it's getting culty.
Okay.
Can't be the best you without us.
Thank you all so much for listening. Patreon.com/castparty. Don't forget to submit things like names, things like places, things like the Odyssey bar from Custom Alex. We have a fun themed bar now that we're going to see in our next episode. And I want to give just a special quick thank you and shout out to all of our Walk of Fame patrons. They are so wonderful and they need to know that we love them. So thank you so much too. And a new guy, Bass Drop, Dragons, Havoc Hopsack, Jonas, Dubward, Saint E Love, Eric 5, Heather, Jesky Fire, Judgment Day, Kaylee, Kana. Oh, sorry, I learned that this is Kana, Lexi, Michael, Opti, Brian, Shy Guy, Storm Rider, Bubba, and Winkle.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's one-shot season, baby.
It is one-shot season, and we've been doing some very fun one-shots, and I can't wait for our last one. It's been such a blast. Thank you all for supporting us in any way, shape, or form, and you can do so, again, patreon.com/castparty. But we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.